Hey, I'm Dave Sherwin with Dr. Kepo'o. Today we've got a fascinating subject, rapid weight loss. We're going to start off with the peanut butter cup story. Dr. Kepo'o, thanks for being here today. You've already heard the peanut butter cup story.
Yeah, I love it.
And some of you watching right now are going, wait a minute, rapid weight loss starting with the peanut butter cup story, what does this mean? Well, true story, in 2011 a woman bought HCG Easy Drops off of my website. She started the diet on November 1st. She got them in October and she thought, I'll take the month of November. And in November I'm going to change my life. This is her thinking. I'm going to drop 30 pounds in 1 month and get this done. I'm going to drop 30 pounds. It's been on me for too long. And she did it. She got disciplined. She followed the HCG protocol. She didn't eat any sweets. But the whole time she craved Reese's peanut butter cups. That's her favorite food. Her favorite guilty pleasure. Okay? But she dropped the 30 pounds. Even through Thanksgiving, she kept a very, very strict diet. All the friends and family around, she did not waver. On December 1st, she dropped her 30 pounds. She still had her craving for peanut butter cups. She went out there, she bought herself 6 of them. She took a bite of the first one and spat it out.
She didn't even finish it.
She couldn't eat it. She couldn't eat one bite. It tasted terrible to her. The craving that she had had all month was artificial. It was from her past life. It was when her body craved sugar. I think it has a lot to do with what's going on in the gut. I don't know all the psychology behind how this works, but I've heard a similar story time and time again. I have helped people lose a lot of weight quickly for 4 years. It's not popular. It's not the current thinking. There's a whole lot of people out there saying, no, lose 2 pounds a week for a long time and that's the way to do it. We're going to talk about not doing that for a lot of reasons.
Yeah.
And why don't you hop in on this one of why would it be better for a person to drop 20 pounds quickly to change their life versus 20 pounds over 10 weeks, for example?
No, and it's funny you say this because when I first got into practice, I was in that mentality that it's got to be, you just do the 2 pounds a week, just do this, this, and this. No, don't involve HCG, don't involve all this stuff here, and just be motivated, just do it, right?
Yeah.
And guess how many people did it?
How many?
Like maybe one out of hundreds of people that we saw. And it wasn't until I started bringing in things like this into my office that people actually started getting results. And the thing about weight loss is that if you don't get results, you lose motivation to do any of that stuff, right? And so that's what we're talking about with like the old versus the new. That whole old psychology of weight loss is if you can just be disciplined and watch your exercise, watch how much you're eating, just lose 1 to 2 pounds a week and you should be great, right? And do that over, like you said, 10 weeks. People are only motivated for a short period of time. And when they don't see any results, they're not going to stay on that program. So now the new psychology with weight loss has to do with what we're talking about here, the power of 30 days, right? When people get into this mindset of where they're just really excited, okay, like peanut butter cup lady, right?
Yeah.
Really excited, okay, I'm going to do it. I'm going to lose those 30 pounds right now. I'm going to do it in the next 30 days. And I'm going to use a program like this to do it, right? When people start seeing the weight coming off, 3, 5 pounds a week. Yes, they get excited.
Yeah.
They stay motivated. They get in that program. They get in that motivation of just, I'm going to lose this weight, and they lose the weight, right?
Yeah.
So they do it after 30 days, okay?
This psychological principle, I got this from the 1985 Entrepreneur of the Year for the United States. His name was Art Williams. He built a $1 billion company, and he did it through motivating his sales force this way. He said, none of you can be perfectly motivated for the next year. When you're at the peak of your motivation, what I want you to do is change your life in 30 days. I want you to do in 30 days what you were going to do in the next 90 days. And he built a dynamic, successful sales force through this principle that you may not be able to be at your high level of motivation for a very long time, but anyone can do anything for 30 days. And that's true psychology. I've proven it to myself. You've probably proven it to yourself. When we're motivated to make a life change, we're better off to do it quickly. Get it done super fast. Because we're going to go through, if you go to the blog, ohanachiropractor.com or easywellnessclub.com, we've done infographics on this and shown the old way, you're going to suddenly be motivated and keep it forever, and you're just going to drop that weight long term, and you're not going to have any ups and downs during that phase or anything like that, and it just generally doesn't work. Versus if you can just drop 30 right now, you could reset your, like that, moving into the next principle. Our mind is like a thermostat that needs to be reset. And when we make changes in our life, what happens is subconsciously we make this shift, but subconsciously we're trying to shift back to what we're used to and what we're comfortable with, even if it's bad.
Exactly.
And so our own subconscious is a little bit working against us, and we've got to break through to reset the fat thermostat at a lower level. So the new reality is, I don't like peanut butter cups anymore.
Right.
I just lost 30 pounds in 30 days, ate really clean, flushed my system of all these sugars and bad stuff, and now all of a sudden I'm different. And then you could maintain that for a period of time. And if you need to lose another 10 or 15 or 30 or whatever it is you need to do, address the true psychology of how we work, which is sometimes we're up, sometimes we're down. And thinking, I'm going to make a major life change that's going to last forever, starting right now, rarely happens for any of us. Right? So we're trying to take advantage of our built-in natural human tendency to have times of high motivation and enthusiasm mixed in with times of depression and low energy and don't feel like getting out of bed.
Right.
And we're trying to take advantage of that high level of motivation and drop a lot of weight right now.
Exactly. And that's where these things come in right here. Okay? And like I said, I used to be against all this until I saw that it actually worked. Okay.
And let me just pause right here, because neither you or I are against long-term health.
No, that's right.
We are for daily, eat well, exercise, all of those things.
Those are all important principles.
But neither of us needs to lose 50 pounds.
No.
And so we're trying to get the person who needs to lose the 50, 100, 30, whatever it is, to the point where exercise is enjoyable. Mm-hmm. A lot of skinny people don't appreciate that it's really hard to get on a treadmill when you're 30 pounds overweight.
Right. It's hard on the body.
Hard on the body, not that good for you. Why not start by dropping the 30, and it makes it easier to get into that healthy lifestyle. So back to these things. The HCG diet is the undisputed king of all diets for rapid weight loss. There's just nothing where you can lose so much weight so fast in a healthy way. So that's my primary recommendation. Take the HCG drops and do a strict diet for 30 days. The kind of diet that you wouldn't do normally.
Right.
But it's lower calorie, it's mostly based on vegetables, a little bit of meat. There is variations for vegetarians, but it is basically based on a good healthy mix of vegetables and proteins, and something, it's a little bit extreme. You either do 500, 800, or 1200 calories. Again, something you only do for 21 to 30 days. That's all we're recommending here. So that hopefully you get that reset effect, to where when you stop it and go back to a normal diet, you don't have the same cravings, you're at a new level, you do feel like getting out of bed in the morning, you're ready to go exercise, you feel so much better. So that's the idea here, why we're making the HCG recommendation.
Yep, and that, like you said, this is just a temporary thing while you're highly motivated to create that big effect, so that then once you drop those pounds, and when you start getting into that position where you're maybe not as highly motivated, right, just because of the natural ebb and flow of your emotions, right, then we've got this portion right here that you can actually go into eating a good healthy diet, living a good healthy lifestyle, but still using products that allows your body to continue to lose weight on a really good maintenance level, right?
Yeah, so these are natural superfood supplements. Now, they're part of a three-pronged approach here. Obviously, healthy eating, exercise, and supplements. It's very important to never forget they're called supplements for a reason. They are supplemental to a healthy lifestyle, which is easier to do when you've dropped to 30 pounds and have less cravings, but eat that healthy diet, exercise, and take the right supplements. Now, these three are particularly good because African mango, green coffee bean, and raspberry ketones, all made popular by Dr. Oz, by the way. And he's the guy that kind of discovered and made these all famous. They're new superfoods that each one has had its own studies done that proves that the control group didn't lose any weight while the test group lost anywhere from 8 to 12 pounds per month just taking these. And so after you've dropped a lot of weight, You can then choose African mango, green coffee bean, raspberry ketones. We have them at good prices on our store, easywellnessstore.com. That's letter E, letter Z, store.com. But what we're recommending is pick one, because each one of them is powerful and works in a very different way. And now that you're going into the maintenance mode, this will aid in the ongoing dropping those extra pounds, dropping off another 5, another 10, whatever it is that you need to lose. But don't take them forever. I wouldn't go more than 60 to 90 days on any one of these before I switched. Right now I'm taking raspberry ketones. I want to lose about 4 pounds. I'm doing the Spartan race here on the 28th, so I got 3 weeks to prepare. And I'm having trouble, even though I exercise a lot and eat fairly well, I'm still having problems dropping about 5 pounds I want to be at for my race weight. And so I've added raspberry ketones, is what I'm doing right now to do that. Now, I've only been taking them for a month. I'll probably carry on taking them for another month, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch to the green coffee bean for another 30 to 60 days. And then I'll go to the African mango. And I just keep taking these all the time because they're encouraging loss of that brown fat. So for me, even with a very healthy lifestyle, and I race, I do CrossFit, I eat fairly well, but I'm not perfect. I still like a peanut butter cup, or a cake at someone's, piece of cake at someone's birthday, or a dessert, or whatever. I don't want to completely cut those things out of my life. And so I kind of use these to supplement that and help keep it off.
And let me double check too, is that we want to make sure people know that you really, some people say more is better. You really don't want to be taking all three at the exact same time.
Oh, good point. Or more than it says to take on the bottle.
Right.
You don't need to take 6 pills if it says to take 2.
No, follow the directions. Make sure you're taking one at a time. You're going through a rotation with these. And also another suggestion too is that if you ever feel uncomfortable with any of this information, you can always contact your doctor, your physician, and talk to them a little bit about a good way to go through using this program too.
Absolutely, because we're talking in general principles. We don't know your history, we don't know your background, where you're from, but we do understand basic psychology. I've helped thousands of people to lose weight over the last 4 years. It's been a great adventure. Got hundreds and hundreds of testimonials on my website. It's very fulfilling. It's really cool to see how many people lose weight, but from my experience, they do it this way. It doesn't work as well, unless you have a coach or you're going to pay the money for Weight Watchers or something like this. The other thing about this that I like, it's really cheap.
Yeah, it is. It's very affordable.
We're talking not about spending hundreds and hundreds or thousands of dollars to lose weight. We're talking about, HCG drops are $70 a bottle, and that lasts a month. So we're talking about very inexpensive. All of these products can be had for between $20 and $50 a month. So this is very inexpensive compared to most weight loss methods.
Right.
Because we are basing it on a little bit of supplementation along with healthy diet and exercise.
Exactly. So, perfect. I think we covered it.
So if you are at a high level of motivation, that's our recommendation. Get it done in 30 days. You can stay motivated for 30 days. Probably not for 30 years, but for 30 days you can change your life. I really believe that principle.
Yeah, I agree.
Get yourself some HCG drops, learn the protocol and the diet, and do it correctly, very disciplined, and then utilize these new superfoods to help keep it off during a plateau or maintenance phase. And then if you need to lose more weight, wait until that time that you're ready for it and you're motivated, and take advantage of that high level and drop another 15, 20, 30 pounds as fast as you can. This is Dave Sherwin with Dr. Kepo'o, wishing you success in your health and wellness.